Listen to those quick shifts. We're in 6, 5, 4, 3. Then overtake. Overtake again. And now we're at highway speeds. The mission. Yes, we're in the middle of nowhere. It's like what, 12 p.m. roughly right now? But look at this. Look at how wide this baby is. It looks absolutely beautiful. And I'm at a truck stop right now, so I'm not gonna take too long out here. But horn test time. Okay, interesting. So guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got our keys to this little monster from 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a Mazda CX-90. The big boys of Mazda, with 19-inch wheels all around, with all-season tires wrapping them up very nicely. And some quick specs about this one. 3.3-liter inline 6, 280 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque, powering all 4 wheels with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Yes, we're in the middle of nowhere. It's like what, 12 p.m. roughly right now? But look at this. Look at how wide this baby is. It looks absolutely beautiful. And I'm at a truck stop right now, so I'm not gonna take too long out here, but just enjoy the size of this beautiful monster. The chrome touches all around make it look way more beautiful than it really is. And again, it's a very beautiful car, and automatic trunk gates. One thing about Mazdas you guys should all know is that I've never seen a Mazda with remote start, which is kind of fair, but this is our gigantic 7-seater. You can see our 12-inch screen all the way in the front, which is a lot of inches, to be honest. Some lights back here, and if you fold this seat down, you get extra space. Though I wouldn't put like full-grown adults back here. It's mostly for the kids. A lot of space for the kids, because the kids need their back space. But look at it. And you can see how the lights, the signals pulse. They don't just turn on and off, they like pulse a little bit. You can see our sensors and our backup camera back there. And look at this angle. This thing, the back end, it's gonna take some getting used to for me, but I can see the inspiration. And you can see just how wide the fenders are on this thing. Look at it. Absolutely stunning. Like, I'm glad Mazda is bringing back inline 6s for one. And they're also going crazy with the size of these cars now. Like, Mazda used to make very boring cars. This thing is actually kind of zoom. Like, look at it. Absolutely fantastic. Flat hood, which just kind of accentuates the size of this thing. Let me pop the hood for you guys, show you the engine bay that we're gonna be working with. Popping this bad boy open. A 3.3 inline 6, and I'm pretty sure this thing is tunable because you can get bigger turbos with it and just go crazy. Essentially, it's like a German-Japanese car, if that makes sense. And I love it. I absolutely enjoy this beautiful little monstrosity created only by Mazda. And again, since it's all-wheel drive, you can get the family in here. You can, like, everybody is good in here. Again, perforated leather all around, and a decent enough legroom. From a driving stance, I'm kind of sandwiched in a little bit, but you can move it backwards a bit. And now you're back to normal. And that's why I was saying kids. This backseat is definitely for the kids. Not for somebody full grown. You have a tight time. But again, some vents back here too. And some more vents, and your climate controls down here. Hopping into the front where all the cool stuff usually is. Hopping in. Foot on the brake and shh. Silence. I'm gonna turn off all volume because I knew my music was gonna connect automatically. But look at this. Look at this. The build quality is excellent. Everything is soft touch. I just want to grab everything, which I'm gonna hold myself back from doing. Look at the storage we got here. Look at everything around here. Now, this is what our printer looks like, and our backup camera. Very simple. Here you can see our radio controls on this side and our phone controls, all that stuff. And here, this side is gonna be our cruise control. down here we got our traction control off, and your i-stop, your parking sensors, and the rest of your sensors as well. But enough yapping, we're gonna take this thing out on the drive and let us get out of here. Again, 12 inches of screen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and very, very responsive. But anyway, putting this thing into drive, we're gonna slap it into sport mode. It has 42 kilometers, all put by me, by the way, so I'm actually kind of proud of that. I'm driving one of the first 2025 models of this car on the road, which is honestly kind of cool, to be honest. And I kind of thank you guys for doing that, because it's only thanks to you guys that I'm able to do stuff like that. Like this, even. Actually, no. We're gonna go like this so that we can probably turn. Because I want to do a horn test. I'm not gonna try and spook the guy over there. But, horn test time? Okay, interesting. And listen to the signal. It's like... It tries to be nice, and it does, and it is nice. But since we're in a parking lot, we're gonna go into normal. You only have 3 modes: sport, normal, and off-road. Off-road, just, you know what it is, you know what off-roading is. Normal mode is for daily driving, regular highway driving, in the city driving, just going back and forth places. You know how it is. And I keep forgetting, if you see a lot of people staring at this, they're kind of staring at me and the car, because I have a GoPro attached to my head, so they're kind of wondering what on earth is going on. And of course we're stuck behind a big tanker, but this will be the perfect time to showcase the acceleration of this thing, the takeoff and go. And if you guys haven't noticed, we have tiny little, barely existent paddle shifters back here. But again, this car's not meant to be sporty. It's a family SUV for 7 people, which I'm gonna put into first gear of 8 gears. And if we brake, beautiful braking style. It's not bad. And you can see our blind spot monitoring is going crazy, keeping us safe and taking care of us in any given situation. And listen to those quick shifts. We're in 6, 5, 4, 3, then overtake, overtake again, and now we're at highway speeds. And we're gonna put it back into normal, turn off our paddle shifters and put it into regular driving mode, get our cruise control up and ready. We do have adaptive cruise control, by the way, and let me say, it is pretty smooth. But let's listen to the noise insulation as we go 120 kilometers an hour. Noise insulation is decent. As I'm listening more and more into it, it's okay. It's not too well insulated to the point where it separates you from the road, but again, nobody's gonna be riding in silence talking to themselves to a camera. So you usually have music on, so the road insulation, I would say, is pretty good, because nobody's ever driving in silence half the time. And we have lane keep assist. We have a radar up ahead of us too, and somebody keeping pace with us. But the funny thing I noticed is that if you're, let's say, driving cruise control as we are right now, you can't put the car in sport mode. For you to put your car back into sport mode, you gotta turn off your cruise control. So cruise control is off, and now we can put it back into sport mode, and we can start going crazy. But if you want to be driving normally and for some reason want to turn on your cruise control again, just know if you're in sport mode, your sport mode will get deactivated and the engine relaxes. But again, to fill up a tank, this car at least, from absolutely empty, we're estimating of spending up to 150 USD, which is a little bit more in Canadian. But again, for a car this size with an inline 6 3.3, you're probably gonna keep this thing in the family for years to come. That's the thing. And if you want to see our current gas mileage, let's go into this and go into information. Fuel efficiency. Since we kind of stepped a little bit to merge onto the highway, we rose up to 13.4, but I want you guys to keep an eye on this. It's gonna keep dropping the more we drive. because 6 cylinders, and I'm pretty sure they're one of the most efficient. Mazda makes efficient cars. They don't make as many sports cars as they used to, but now we're gonna watch that efficiency drop. But while we wait for that, we're gonna see our energy flow monitor. As you can see, right now we're actually rear-wheel drive, and this one is slightly hybrid. So you can see Mazda's going fancy with these cars these days. They're not holding back in any way, shape or form, which is nice. So I want to see if I decide to step on it. We didn't engage all-wheel drive, so I'm assuming all-wheel drive only turns on once the car realizes it's spinning or it's losing traction. That's when all-wheel drive will come in. So if you turn off your I-stop down here, which I can't really see well because of the placement and the steering wheel just kind of covering my view essentially, but turning that off will basically make your car fully combustible engine, which to some people might like that, but I like hybrids. They're like the perfect mix of electric and combustion engines. But as we continue to cruise, you see more of why this car is actually really nice. You can see how quick this 12 inches of screen responds, and you know what, I can't complain. Let's see how much we dropped by. No, wrong screen. Press back. Vehicle status monitor. No, that's just for next oil changes and stuff, which is kind of cool. You can do all this stuff as you're driving. But fuel efficiency, yes, we dropped from 13.4 to 11.6, and we are constantly dropping. This thing feels at home on the highway, and to be honest, it's great. It's great. And you guys, one of my favorite things about this car is the pulsating the signals have. It has a really nice pulsating, which I'm not gonna test out because I'm not gonna try and switch lanes into this truck over here. But we are literally not paying attention because we're using adaptive cruise control. You can see our lane keep assist. It vibrates the wheel a little bit to let you know that, hey, you're getting out of the way, please pay attention. And adaptive cruise control, which is very, very smooth in the way it accelerates, decelerates, and just brakes. Right now we're already slowly slowing down, and it's so smooth that you barely notice it. Even though we're in the fast lane, we should be going at least 120. Somebody's hogging the fast lane. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why Americans have way more accidents than people in Germany who have the Autobahn with no speed limit, because our driving school here is somewhat lax, to be honest. I heard in other places you are supposed to drive a standard car. Here, if it's automatic, it's automatic. You're not allowed to take the driving test with a manual car. But again, we started off this journey with 510 kilometers of range. We are still at 500, and we have put almost 40 kilometers on this car already. Yeah, we're traveling kind of far because we're trying to head home right now, and we're gonna keep making more videos with this car too. But anyway guys, this is the vehicle we got our hands on, 2025, and these cars ain't cheap. You can see the fender flares. You can see how mean this car can look. It's like a Range Rover, but reliable. Again, Range Rovers are not reliable, we all know that, but it doesn't exude the road presence of a Range Rover just yet. People are not fangirling over this car as of yet. But the thing I've come to love about this, it's like a good all-rounder. Will I take this thing off-road? Definitely. Hell no, I'm not taking this car off-roading. But the transmission, if you want to go sporty, listen to this. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Like, what is this? It's quick for an SUV of this size, and I love it. Can't wait to actually review any sports car, because I would probably be screaming my head off when I get my hands on a sports car. But anyway guys, this has been Morty in the 2025 Mazda CX-90, and not gonna lie people, I love this thing. I am enjoying driving this thing, but maybe it's because I just enjoy driving half the time. But anyway guys, take care, peace, enjoy life, enjoy what you guys are doing, and hey, like and subscribe so I can get my hands on more cars and give my honest takes on cars like this. Take care guys, and peace.